sports.
We are Black Hawk. We are San Diego.
David FREESE, World Series hero a year ago for the St. Louis Cardinals as they go all the way as a wild card. Cameron Maybin, he's sparking the second half surge of the Padres playing great baseball at home here in September. We're set for Game 2 of the 3-game series as the San Diego Padres host the St. Louis Cardinals. And good evening, everyone, with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. We're pleased that you're with us on this somber night, a somber occasion 11 years ago. And brave certainly comes to play now as we sing our national anthem and freedom, and those words become all the more meaningful tonight.
Absolutely, and we're honoring the people on the field, first responders and people in the fire department, police, first responders. We will never know what those people went through, and we're honoring them tonight, and also the people who lost their lives, honoring them as well.
So as a distraction, baseball continues, and for the Padres, a homestand and home record that has been very exciting since the All-Star break. 17-27 at home before the All-Star break. Since they're 19-7. Listen to this. That's the sixth best improvement from before to after the All-Star game in 72 years. That's how well this ball club has caught its rhythm, and they're taking off.
It all boils down to playing good old-fashioned baseball and the talent that the Padres have. The young guys coming up, taking advantage of the opportunity and paying dividends for these Padres at home.
And Cameron Maybin, one of the many that has contributed. He was hitting after the first 3 months under 200. He's hitting over 300 since, and last night he showed you power, and did he show you speed?
Absolutely, and you called it, Professor. You called the long ball, and we're expecting more of that tonight, but Cameron Maybin made the adjustment in his approach at the plate. He eliminated the leg kick. And remember, the wrist was bothering him a little bit. Maybe that wrist is not giving him any problems at all, but he's got some speed as well in the contact play, scoring a big run as the Padres blew it out late in the game last night.
What a dash for home that was by Maybin. It appeared with the infield in, he had no chance, and he just outran the throw. Tonight on the mound, the right-hander Edinson Volquez. He's had a couple of extra days to have that blister on his right thumb healed.
Yeah, and hopefully it is healed, because when that hand is healthy, the blister is gone. He is downright nasty. The last 3 starts, 2-1, 3.90 ERA, but it's all about the walks. If he could throw a lot of pitches early, I know that kind of sounds redundant, right? But fewer pitches early, I should say. Get early outs. That blister shouldn't really come to play. So the curveball is a big key as well on that blister. So he needs to locate the fastball tonight.
Opposing hitters batting only .230 against Volquez. That's the 6th toughest guy to hit it in the entire National League. So we're set to go. The Padres with a big win, 11-3 last night. Game 2 tonight. Let's play ball. modern infamy, and we shall not forget those whose bravery was extraordinary. Today at the World Trade Center Memorial, and it's a magnificent memorial. If you're in New York, you should visit it. The flag recovered from those towers, unfurled. A reminder that life in America goes on at great cost sometimes. But our fellow man, quick to answer even the worst of challenges. And tonight here at Petco Park, the Padres honoring the first responders in San Diego. Each of those would have been quick to volunteer to go to New York City to help, and many did. An unbelievable day in our history. So here we go, game 2, 3-game series. Cardinals fighting for a wild card berth. They know how important that is. It took them all the way to the World Series. They've lost 8 of the last 12. And Edison Volquez, first pitch of the game is in for a strike to John Jay. Mike Matheny, young skipper. He's only 41, the youngest manager in the big leagues. Here's Edison's numbers, 230. That's the 6th toughest guy to hit in the National League.
Got to cut down on the walks. We mentioned in the pregame show, fewer pitches early, so it doesn't really affect that hand of his, that blister on his right thumb. Hopefully that's not a factor tonight.
Jay, the best leadoff hitting average in the major leagues, batting .338 from that top spot. He takes another strike. James Joyce barking out the balls and strikes. Fly ball center field, playing perfectly in left center as Maben eases over into the gap to make the catch. And here's the lineup for the Cardinals tonight. Carlos Beltran next, then Matt Holliday. Look at all the 300 hitters. There's 6 players hitting 300 in the starting 9 tonight. Alan Craig, first base cleanup. Yadier Molina leading the team at 319. David Freese, World Series hero. Skip Schumacher. Pete Kozma just called up, and he's 5 for 11. And Adam Wainwright hits 9th. Beltran, the switch hitting right fielder, leading the team with 29 home runs. And 5 for 9 against Volquez in their head-to-head. Clubbed at the plate. That first inning is so critical. You've already mentioned it, Mark Grant, that it's been the one inning that has really been the Achilles of Edison Volquez.
And sometimes you might think that Edison is being a little bit too fine, as Beltran is going to walk this one off, but he's got such good stuff that I think he can go right after these Cardinal hitters. You know, you mentioned, Dick, that in the lineup all the 300 hitters. Well, you know, good pitching, I believe, always beats good hitting. It was apparent last night. Eric Stoltz made good pitches. So pound the strike zone early for Edison, get in and out of there, and have his Padres go to hack in the first inning.
Beltran shakes it off, back in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drill to right. Venable has to give ground and makes the catch. A clothesline to right field for the second out. Now look at the Padres defense tonight, brought to you by Mazda. Amarista starts in left field. Quinton on the bench with that sore knee. Maven in center, Venable in right with Headley, Cabrera, Forsythe, and Alonso on the infield. Third to first. Yasmani Grandal handling the offerings of the 29-year-old Edison Volquez. There's Amarista patrolling left field. Matt Holliday's the hitter. 6 for 15 against Volquez. And a couple of home runs against the Padre right-hander in their previous meetings, and he takes a strike. Joyce with a great strikeout call.
You're going to know if it's a strike. He's been doing that his whole career, even in the minor leagues. I had Jim Joyce in the minor leagues coming up. Did the same thing back in the day.
This year, Joyce quite a hero. 90 minutes before a game between the Marlins and Diamondbacks, he was on the way to the umpire's room, and a Diamondback employee collapsed in the tunnel underneath the ballpark and required CPR, and for a moment she was not breathing, totally unconscious. He brought her back to life with, after a defibrillator didn't do the job, with CPR. Joy saved the woman's life.
Great story.
2-1 to Holiday.
Well, look at the movement on that pitch. I mean, even Yasmani Grandal looked like he kind of had difficulty catching that ball in the pocket. So much late movement.
He has exceptional stuff, and when in control of all his pitches, is tough to hit as anyone. He got it. There's a good-looking first inning. 1-2-3. The Cardinals' story as Volquez mows them down in order. Statue out in the park, and we're going to see a new one on Saturday. Jerry Coleman's statue will be unveiled. Let's look at Bud Black's lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealer. Cabrera, Venable, Headley, the first three. Grandal with Quinton given the night off at tender knee. Hits cleanup. Then Alonso and Forsythe. Forsythe dropping from the number 2 spot to the 6th position in the order. Then Maven, Amarista, and Volquez. Old school look at the socks of Adam Wainwright, a tall, lanky 6'7", 228-pounder. Ball 1 to Cabrera.
Oh, I love that look. Take me back to Red Shane Deanston, Bob Gibson, and all the old-time Redbirds.
Even Tim McCarver.
There you go.
Ted Simmons. 2-0 to Cabrera. Like so many Padres, his bat has come to life. Second half of the season, up to 242. And 3-0.
Well, the last couple times out, Wainwright has had some difficulty on that mound. Not finding the strike zone. Had an arm slot issue.
And on 4 pitches, the leadoff man Cabrera is aboard. You mentioned the troubles by Wainwright the last 2 starts. 7 2/3 innings. He's given up 11 runs.
Yeah. And you can see his stuff moves all over the place. We talk about pounding the zone, let the ball do the work. He's got the fastball, a slider, and a cutter, a curve, and a change. And when he's on, he's a tough customer.
Padres top base stealer Cabrera with 29 aboard for Will Venable. His average up to 262. 3 RBIs last night to raise his count to 40. There goes Cabrera. First pitch, the throw by Molina. And it's in time. Only the second time all year. Cabrera thrown out trying to steal. And that's Yadier Molina, rifle arm.
Well, if you want to be one of the best, you got to try to test one of the best. Molina. Oh, very close. I don't know.
Hit him right on the helmet with a tag. Yeah,
Oh,
he got him.
I know. I was just begging.
He's my guy. Pick the stick. I needed a stolen base.
Yeah, that was a two-pointer right there. 2 strikes now on Venable. It did take a perfect throw by Molina right in the spot where Cabrera almost tagged himself out. Did not go. This umpiring crew, they have no trouble communicating on a first name basis. All you have to do is say Jim and they get 3 guys answering.
That's right.
They got Jim Joyce behind the plate, Jim Reynolds at second, Jim Hoyt at third, Mike DeMuro, I don't know how he fits in, at first base. Second generation, Lou DeMuro, his father. Long time, excellent umpire. 1-2, Venable. Chase Headley waiting on deck. And in the dirt again. Venable able to check, and again he was able to hold. It's the first time the Padres have been this close to 500 since May 2nd. On May 2nd, they were 9-17. They lost that night to Miami 9-8, and then continued to drift lower and lower and lower April, May. But what a comeback. Last 25 games, they're 19-6 here at Petco. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
That looked like one of those cut fastballs. As we take a look at John Zapola, high third, camera. He's going to give that ball to a kid, Dick. He's a good egg.
Pat Holliday, John Jay, and Carlos Beltran in the outfield for the Redbirds, with Freeze, Cosma, the rookie, Schumacher, Alan Craig around the infield, and Molina behind the plate handling Wainwright. Chase Headley. Wainwright making his 29th start of the year, so he's taking the ball every time his turn came around. He's 3-1 lifetime against the Padres with a glittering ERA of 1.07. Roll to first, and an easy play for Craig. And just like Volquez retired the Cardinals 1-2-3, so does Wainwright take care of the Padres.
Here in San Diego. It is Social Media Tuesday here on Fox Sports San Diego, and this is the anniversary of September 11th. We take time on Twitter using the hashtag FSBooth to send us your thoughts on 9/11 and your tributes to those affected and our first responders, and also connect with us and the booth using Game Connect via FoxSportsSanDiego.com. In fact, you can look at it. It's on the lower right-hand corner of your screen. It's even got a window for you to send us your tweets, so please do so using that Game Connect as well as taking the time to remember our first responders and those affected by September 11th. Send it back upstairs to Ginberg and Mark Grant.
All right, thank you, Layla. Alan Craig from Temecula, Chaparral High School, hitting cleanup. First pitch was a strike. 1-1 now to the 28-year-old. Lots of power. Good season going for him. 305 with 20 home runs. Went to the University of California, Berkeley. He and John Baker may have been on the same team. They're just a year apart in age. Lined over Alonso. He got a piece of it, but not enough to snare it completely, and Craig has the first hit of the night.
Well, going the other way nicely is Craig, and Alonso just can't get up enough to get into the webbing of that first baseman's glove. How close was it? Oh, nice effort, though.
Close to ballet as Yonder will ever get, huh? Great effort. Yadier Molina brings the top batting average, and a team loaded with good hitters. In fact, they're the top hitting team in all of the National League with a team 274 average. Having another great year. 18 homers for Molina. Infield looking for a double play chance. Molina tough against right-handed pitching. 306 on the season against righties. That's the 8th best in the National League. Kind of surprising that 8 men hitting 306 against right-handers, and probably most of those are left-handed hitters. But boy, that's drilled to left center field, and trying to cut it off is Amarista. He does get over there, and he'll hold Molina to a long single as Craig races over to third.
You know, when I look at Yadier Molina up at the plate, he's calm, he's cool, he slows the game down. We talk about Mark Sweeney all the time, talking about hitters slowing the game down, letting the ball come to them. He doesn't even seem to get rattled. That's just a nice, easy, fluid swing from Molina, making good contact. All the power's out of the arm of Volquez during that fastball that he went down and got.
Good job by Amarista to close it off in the alley to hold Molina to a long single. That gets through. It scores a run. So first and third, no one out to David Freese. Third baseman checks in at an even 300. Infield playing back. They gladly give up the run for a chance at turning 2. Two and 0.
Well, this guy David Freese, he leads in that category, Dick, grounding into double plays with 17, leading the Cardinal staff. In second place is Matt Holliday, who rolled one the other day.
Cardinals scored a couple in the second inning last night. Then the Padres took over on their way to the 11-3 win. Trouble looms, and Grandal goes out to talk to Volquez. 3-0 with no one out and runners at first and third. Skip Schumacher on deck. Sharp singles by Craig and Molina for first and third on this September 11th. And now 3-0, David Freese. A 4-pitch walk. Bases are full of birds. Well, this is going to take some real pitching by Volquez with no one out.
Take your chances. If you're going to miss down in the zone. Molina's ball was up just a little bit. Smoked in left center field. Now the middle infield, as you can see, will move to double play depth.
5 straight out of the strike zone. A little tougher man to double up, the left-handed hitter. More speed, of course, than Freeze. Yeah, we have time here as Grandal visits Volquez to check on our Lexus keys to the game, Mark.
Well, we talked about the blister on the thumb of Edson Volquez. Hopefully blister-free Volquez, because when he's happy, he's healthy, he is locked in, making good pitches, in a little bit of a jam here, and then join the hit parade. Hey, keep it going. Last night, Padres banged out 17 hits. Hopefully they can keep it going.
Fouled into the glove of Grandal. Ahead of Schumacher, 1-2.
Yeah, this was where you need the strikeout. That was a change up there. Caught a lot of the plate, but Schumacher was way out in front. If Edson Volquez ever needed a punch out, here's the moment right here.
You got a rookie hitting 8th. Pete Cosman's been up in just a few games, although he had 3 hits last night on deck. Bases loaded, 1-2.
Get it down.
Chop to third. Headley tags the runner, and that's all they're going to get. Could have gotten the lead runner on a force at home plate, but Headley elected not to go that direction, and there's one out, and the Cardinals lead 1-0. He had a force at the plate.
Yeah, I was thinking right along there with you, Dick, as Chase Headley goes to his left, does he have enough time to spin and throw, because it is a force play at the plate. Chopper. Oh yeah, he would have had a chance. It is early, so the main key here is when in doubt, get that out. Could have maybe went immediately with the second base as well to try to turn a double play that way.
So the dust clears. The Cardinals are on the board 1-0. Still only 1 out, but runners at first and second. And Pete Cosma 5 for 11 since being called up from Memphis. Last night, a single, double, and a triple. We were talking about Logan Forsythe and Cameron Maben. Each of the 2 Padres were that 1 hit away from the first ever cycle for the San Diego Padres. Well, Cosma just briefly up in the big leagues. He had a chance. A home run last night away from converting the cycle himself. That's in there. Good curveball.
Yeah.
The pitcher Wainwright on deck. Freeze at second, Schumacher at first, 1 out. Ground ball to short. 1 there. Back to first. A 6-4-3 double play. Considering bases loaded, no one out to get out of it with just 1 run scoring. That's a moral victory for Volquez and the Padres. The old double play. presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by AT&T, the largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Bottom of the second inning, the Cardinals on the board first, 1-0. It'll be Yasmani Grandal, Yonder Alonso, and Logan Forsythe. 3 rookies for the Padres in the middle of the order. Wainwright quickly ahead, 2 strikes. Back in May against Wainwright, the Padres totally shackled. He went the distance, a 4-0 complete game. Good mixture of stuff, and he's coming off a terrific August. He and Clayton Richard, a handful of pitchers with 5 wins in August. Wainwright was one of them, and then he's folded the last 2, as we indicated. Padres hoping they'll catch the bad Wainwright tonight, not the one that's been outstanding most of the year.
Well, it looks like he's got that curveball working. It's got a good bite to it. He misses with that one.
2-2. Since Grandal took over as the starter, the Padres are 23-14. And that's not just coincidence. It's his bat and his good defense. Caught looking. Off-speed breaking pitch.
Good curveball.
Second strikeout for Wainwright.
This one starts out around the bill of the cap and then right at the knees, outside corner, and Yasmani knew it. Well, if Wainwright gets that down, gets that field down for that pitch, he's going to have a good night.
Good night for some crisps, as they call them in Great Britain. Yonder Alonso takes ball 1 outside. Yonder trying to snap that tie with Benito Santiago, 33 doubles as a rookie, most ever. He's got a good eye, and it frustrates some of the fans that, knowing Alonso has one of the better eyes on the team, probably second to Headley, that he swings at so many first pitches.
Like to work the count maybe a little bit more.
3-0. Padres getting a base runner. Cabrera walking to lead off the first, but thrown out trying to steal. And Wainwright falls behind 3-0 to Yonder. Four-pitch walk. Second free ticket from Wainwright, and that'll bring up Logan Forsythe. Wainwright from Brunswick, Georgia. Not only an outstanding high school baseball player, but a terrific footballer as well. A wide receiver and place kicker. So watch out, Rosenbag. He gets upset, he's able to boot it through the uprights.
Yeah, a good receiver, I'll bet, too. At 6'7".
Pretty good target, huh?
Yeah.
Strike to Forsythe, who has the best batting average of any Padre here at Petco this year, .311. Look at San Francisco. They were down 4-0. They've scored 6 runs in the 4th and 5th innings to take the lead at Colorado. He uses a variety of spins and speeds. What's his top fastball?
His fastball is going to top out about 92, 93. But that cut fastball into the lefties, away to righties, is a very effective pitch as well. Seems like his off-speed pitch tonight has been that curve.
Ground ball to short. This could be 2 for the Cardinals. There's 1, and they turn it 6-4-3. So Wainwright facing a minimum the first 2 innings despite a couple of walks. It's 1-0 Cardinals.
3rd, and some great signs here at Petco Park as we remember September 11th. It is also Social Media Tuesday, and people are remembering September 11th via Twitter as well. For SMT, I want all of those firefighters who ventured into the buildings on that fateful day. I salute you. Thank you for sending that to us via the hashtag FSBooth. TR Wickford 96. Send it back upstairs to Dick and Mark.
All right, Layla, thank you. 1 strike to Wainwright. Fly ball to right. Easy chance for Venable. And 1 away. You know, the unhesitated bravery of those fire and police officials in New York going into those buildings. Not a doubt.
No.
Go in and help out. And so many hundreds of lives lost.
We talked about being a special person to be able to do that and be in that line of work. My goodness.
It's a terrible way for us to really learn to respect all the more and appreciate what those men and women mean to our society.
Sure.
All areas, small and large, and here in San Diego, of course, we honored those tonight that serve us. John Jay flying to center his first time. Ball outside. You could hear James Joyce, the plate umpire.
Well, yeah, he gives you the location. He tells you it's a ball. He'll, of course, let you know when it's a strike.
Well, in many of the player polls, you know, asking for their vote, best umpire, Joyce is right up there top 3 every time.
Yeah, I think he's pretty darn consistent. Does a good job behind the plate.
Cardinals with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. 1 gone, bases empty. Jay, the leadoff man. Foul in and out of the glove of Grandal. Jay still alive. Went 0 for 5 last night, did John Jay. Struck out 3 times. Got to hurry. Jay can run. Cabrera throws it away. Caroms off the boards, and by the time Alonso can recover, Jay's at second base. Good throw, would have gotten him. See how they scored. Looked like an error all the way.
Oh yeah, I think that's got to be an error, and it is in fact an E6. Great pitch, change up down and away, and I think Everett, you know, he threw on the run there, but he had time. He had time to collect himself, square that shoulder, a little crow hop. He just rushed it. He rushed it. He yanked it.
Alonso's been very good at digging those out. That's one of the few he's missed.
He had more time than he realized.
The Padres, who have committed now 101 errors. That's the second most in the National League. Colorado's been guilty 112 times. Let's see if Volquez can pitch around it. Here's Carlos Beltran. Ball 1. He lined out sharply to right field first time.
You know what's amazing, Dick? We talk about the blister on Volquez's hand. Imagine, you know, and I'm just trying to think back to the days when I was throwing. The amount of friction that is on a baseball in between your fingertips and your thumb, and you don't really realize it because you're accustomed to do it each and every day, right. and your fingers get accustomed to it. You know, you develop like calluses, and your skin, you know, gets a little, you know, used to throwing the leather, right? But I mean, that's a tremendous amount of friction from the ball on your fingers.
Not just breaking balls, which you obviously would, but the fastball too.
Exactly.
Beltran sitting on a 2-0 pitch. Left field. Amarista. Tagging is Jay, and he will not try to advance. 2 away. Matt Halliday steps up. He struck out swinging the first time. I had a chance a year ago to visit the World Trade Center Memorial. The two beautiful fountain areas that are rectangular, the exact footprint of the two towers. And then the water of the fountains around the side drips in almost like raindrops, almost like tears. Out of play. And then at the bottom of these two big pools, there's a smaller pool, and it's as if all the tears fall into the bottom, and then they all roll into one place down lower. And then the names of all of those that were killed are along the walls where the water drips. It's a very moving experience, as you might imagine.
Did you just recently experience
that?
Did
that last summer. Just before they opened, I had the privilege, while I was covering the Open, they let me go in and have a preview look. One strike to Holiday. Nice stop, Randall. And the names are in metal and punched out of the metal, so that at night with the light shines through the name.
Oh,
so as you go to look for the name of your loved one, there it is. Wow. So there are the pools, and then you see down in the bottom there's the smaller pool, and the water gathers and falls into that smaller pool. And there was one tree that was burned in the terrorist attack that survived, and you see all the new trees. Well, there's one tree that they maintain as a symbol that life goes on, even though all of this happened, that this tree, much like we humans, can go on. One ball, one strike. Just no easy outs in this lineup. 2-1 now to Holiday with Alan Craig on deck. Jay with a two-base error at second base. Craig singled, opened the second inning, and that became the first run of the game.
Yeah, not a lot of breathing room in this lineup. To where you can sit back and say, oh, okay, well, maybe I can take it easy on this guy. That should never be your thought process. But with this Cardinal team, they're first in the National League, hitting .274. Have to make a lot of good pitches. A lot of good pitches. Is that right? That's not right. You have to make good pitches against this team to be successful.
And a lot of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want to brush up on my English.
No, you were right the first time. You can see how not many good pitches thrown to Holiday, just the one strike. And ball four. So working delicately. That's the first walk allowed by second walk, Volquez. First and second, 2 outs to Alan Craig, who happens to be the National League leader, Craig, in batting average with runners in scoring position. All he's done this year is hit .396 with runners in scoring position.
You know, another tale that Volquez is struggling finding the strike zone, the pace of the game. When he's been out on the mound, it's really slowed down quite a bit.
Let's see if he can get out the Golden Bear. Two on, 2 out here in the third. Craig lined a single off the tip of Alonso's glove in the second. Moved to third on the single by Molina and scored eventually on Schumacher's ground ball. Inside, says umpire Joyce.
Well, with as many base runners in the second inning and now here in the third inning, you'd think it would be a crooked number up there for St. Louis. But hey, we got to realize it's only 1-0, 2 outs, 1 pitch. And Ensign Volquez is out of this mini jam.
That's a good curveball in there for a strike. talk about this lineup and the power. You go Beltran 29 homers. Next up Holiday 26. Craig has 20. Molina 18. David FREESE 18. I mean, it just you can't make a mistake. Off speed, good changeup. 1-2.
Great curveball, the pitch prior to this one, and then the changeup down the middle. That's down the middle of the plate, knee high, and great action off the table. Craig's got no chance. That should help the confidence of Volquez. Well, when he's on with that pitch, he'll throw it any time.
Runner goes outside, and walking into third is John Jay with a stolen base, his 17th. He leads the Cardinals. Holiday elected not to follow. So first and third now with the count 2-2 on Alan Craig. No damage done by the stolen base. So an error, stolen base, and a walk. First and third for the Cardinals. Oh, good block by Grandal. That was a changeup, and he kept that one in front of him.
He's thrown 2 changeups in a row. No reason why he wouldn't throw it here.
Holiday with a running start at first base, 3-2. Alonso playing behind him now. And the bases are loaded. So an error and 2 walks. And Volquez has worked himself into trouble again. Bases loaded in the second inning. He was able to escape with only 1 run scoring. Still no one coming home here in the third. The inning should be over. It's a 4-out frame for St. Louis thanks to the 2-base throwing error by Cabrera. So Darren Bowlesley goes out to talk to Volquez.
Sometimes the stride of Volquez can get a little long. And we've talked about it before, how also his head can leak towards the first base side. Very, very cute right there, by the way. So it's all about being on line towards home plate. Shorten the stride just a little bit and have that bill of the cap go right towards home plate.
And often he knows what he's doing, but he can't stop himself. And then Bowlesley out there just to try to help remind, give him some mental check.
And also that's where the catcher comes into play as well. Grandal's part pitching coach out there as well.
So bases loaded, 2 outs to Yadier Molina. Swing and a foul tip. Curveball. Molina singled sharply to left center field his first time.
And remember, it was a fastball about knee high down that he connected into the left center field gap.
We told you that Alan Craig leads the National League in hits with runners in scoring position. Molina's third, 340 average. Bases full of birds. And Volquez ahead, 2 strikes.
Working down, you can see the Fox cracks brought to you by my good friends at Southland Technology. Hey, what a great grab by that gentleman. He brought his glove to the ball yard. That's prime foul ball territory. Nice.
Oh, the man has played some ball now, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Sign him up. Winter Instructional League about to start.
Yeah.
Trip to Peoria. Rounded to short. Cabrera fouls the ball and the run scores. It's 2-0. The second error by Cabrera in the inning. An easy play with a Molina not exactly bolt running up the first baseline. So a 5-out inning. Cabrera's second error.
And then the pitch count continues to mount for Edson Volquez. That's just a good old-fashioned boot. No ways around it. That play's got to be made.
Bases remain loaded. Jay comes in to score. So 2 errors and 2 walks produce a run. And a strike to David Freese, who walked the first time. It's got to be disheartening for Volquez. He's made some good pitches, only to be betrayed by his infield. One and one. Wainwright, the pitcher, led off this inning, fly to right. Then the error by Cabrera, 2-base throwing error, Jay's ball. Then Beltran flied to left. Seemed innocent enough. Then back-to-back walks, Holiday and Craig. And now back by the mound. No, Volquez able to snare it himself. And the inning comes to an end. 2 unearned runs. No hits. Bases loaded. Padres looking for their first hit off Adam Wainwright. Come up with the lower third of the order. Maben, Amarista, and Volquez in the third. As we look at our report card tonight, National League batting average since August 19th. Look who's on top. Maben at .413. That's raised his average from 198 up to 245. Home run last night. A leg double. Infield hit, walked and scored 3 runs, knocked in 2. Trying to get things started here against Adam Wainwright, who's not given up a run to the Padres in 11 innings this year. There's that slider for a strike. Weak wave by Maben.
Boy, he's got a good curveball. 2 good curveballs tonight. Volquez, Wainwright. You got that in the back of your mind, then you got to try to square up the fastball.
Throws a lot of pitches in the dirt, hoping you'll chase, but he's ahead of the hitters for the most part. Two and two. Mark Sweeney, a Tommy John surgery for Wainwright last year, certainly has come back.
Yeah, I think, Dick, at the beginning of the season they lowered their expectations, but Adam Wainwright, like Mark talked about, that devastating curveball, looks like he has good pacing tonight as well.
Boy, it makes Maben look bad. Unable to take really a good swing in that at bat. 3rd strikeout for Wainwright.
Hey, Dick, what do you think pitch this was? The old 12-6 curveball. Back at it. Coming right at you, Maben. Front side, opening up big time.
Not a strike, but tough to lay off. So 1 out, and here's Amarista.
You know, Dick and Mark, talking about that curveball, having Yadier Molina behind the plate and understanding that confidence that he gives to starting pitchers to throw that ball in the dirt. Huge advantage for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's a great point. For a pitcher to have a catcher like that, you just eliminate all the thinking process. Just if you see number 2 and he pats the ground, he wants it down, get it down there. He'll block it.
So fastball for the first strike, and then the off speed, and it's 0-2. Ground ball pulled foul to Dave Roberts, the first base coach. Well, a good Tuesday late turnout tonight. And we hope to see you tomorrow. 3:30 start tomorrow, 2:30 for Padres Live here on Fox Sports San Diego. It'll be Clayton Richard trying to win lucky number 13. He's 12-12 against Kyle Loesch. 14-2. 14-2 for Loesch. That's the best winning percentage in all of the National League. The Cardinals in the wild card race have just a 1-game lead over the Dodgers for that second wild card spot. Atlanta with a 5.5-game lead. Ground ball to the second baseman, Schumacher. And there's 2 away.
Well, one thing I've noticed about Adam Wainwright early on tonight, Mark Sweeney, is keeping the ball down. I'm sure he walked a couple of Padres, but already induced a double play, a nice ground ball there. So
yeah, I think, Mark, the understanding too that he doesn't really have that nasty velocity that he normally has, just pumping up. Doesn't look like he needs to. Looks like he has that good rhythm, but that breaking ball is the key.
When he shut out the Padres on May 22nd in St. Louis, he allowed only 4 hits. A couple of doubles. Perino doubled off him, and so did Volquez himself. And Volquez not up long in that at bat. Down he goes. 4 strikeouts for Adam Wainwright. No hits through 3.
Recognize those faces. They are our Fox Sports San Diego girls enjoying some time in the suite, and they're connecting with bloggers and other media and also using Game Connect. Check it out. FoxSports.com, San Diego, the keyword. Go to the right side of the page and interact with us using Game Connect. It is Social Media Tuesday. Questions for the booth? Use hashtag FSBooth and at Fox Sports SD on Twitter. Send it back upstairs.
All right, Layla. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 St. Louis. And Volquez misses with a breaking pitch to Skip Schumacher, the 32-year-old infielder. He has his troubles with left-handed pitching. That's why he wasn't in the lineup last night against Eric Stoltz. Hitting only .206 lifetime against lefties, but .306 against right-handed pitchers. Horses for courses, hitters for pitchers.
Come on now. Edenson's got to make an adjustment. Last two fastballs up and away. And you see he's very frustrated as Mark McGwire looks on, hitting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. He and Mike Aldretti, kind of the same for Plantier and Alonzo Powell here. Phil Plantier in San Diego. And John Mabry on the right. I know you're a big fan of John Mabry there, Mark Sweeney.
Actually, it had to be. He was my roommate my first time I came up to the big leagues. But
nice.
Way off the mark.
John's doing a great job. He's been doing the hitting coach with Mark McGwire, and he says the world of Mark McGwire. He says he's very passionate about his job, and he's doing a great job. He's learning a lot from Mark McGwire.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's right. I want to stand corrected because Mike Aldretti, I believe, is the bench coach.
I think he was a late addition to the coaching staff with Dave Duncan, the pitching coach, taking leave with illness in the family. Pete Kozma rounded into a double play the first time. Leadoff man is walked. That's 4 walks now, and Volquez is all over the lot. So it's 4 walks, raising his major league leading total to 98 walks this year. And you walk the leadoff man, you're begging for trouble. So far, 1 unearned run, trailing 2-0.
Yeah, when the manager takes the hat off and has that look, it's not a good look.
Kozma, then the pitcher Wainwright to follow here in the 4th inning. 61 pitches already. #1 draft pick of the Cardinals a few years ago, Kozma. Rafael Furcal on the DL, the shortstop. So Kozma here in September filling that void. Mm. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. He clipped off his front foot. Pitchers announced for the weekend series with Colorado. It'll be Andrew Kastner Friday night, Casey Kelly Saturday. It's a 5:30 game, and then Sunday at 1 o'clock. It'll be Andrew Warner. There's Kastner.
See, after that foul ball off the foot, Jim Joyce, the home plate umpire, kind of stalling for time, giving Kozma a little bit of time to just collect his thoughts and maybe get some feeling back in that foot of his. Dusting off home plate, and he's ready to go.
They've gotten a call there. The changeup just catching the knees on the outside corner. Line drive, foul. Handcuffs our ball girl down the left field line.
I think the security guard went right into Nina. I think Nina had a beat on it, with the security guard picking up his chair. Look, now they're discussing what's going on. She's like, hey, it's no big deal.
She had it all the way, huh?
Oh, man.
Distracted.
I think they got to watch our instructionals, guys. They got to communicate down there.
Absolutely, Mark Sweeney. Nicely done.
She's terrific. She has all the names of the people that sit down there on a regular basis. Very charming. 1-2. Outside.
Notice something with Volquez tonight, Mark Sweeney, is that it seems like he's going to plan B and then off speed stuff because the location of the fastball just isn't there.
Yeah, it looks like the breaking ball and also the changeup, but he's got to be able to throw that strike for that fastball because they'll just eliminate it and they'll sit on that breaking ball.
Yeah, 29 balls and only 36 strikes. That's not good. Cosma wrapped into a 6-4-3 double play. Infield set for 2 here. Got him. 95 on the fastball. Strikeout number 2 for Volquez.
Now this is just a pitch that's right at the knees, a pitcher's pitch. Splits the heart of the plate. We mentioned the stride of Volquez. Looks like he was out. One of the longer strides and then falling off the side. Falling off the side is fine after you let go of the baseball and your momentum is going towards your target. But if he starts leaking before that ball leaves his hand, that's when he falls into trouble.
Wainwright swings at a ball in the dirt. He flied to right field his first time. Those socks really accentuate Wainwright's 6'7" height.
Impressive block by Yasmani Grandal right there, guys. He continues to impress behind the plate, doing a phenomenal job working with so many of these pitchers. And this is a tough task when you got those breaking balls in the dirt. We talked about Yadier Molina. Yasmani Grandal is giving these guys confidence of burying that ball in the dirt as well.
Especially that last one, Mark, because that one was well out in front of home plate. That was like a 57-footer. That wasn't one of those short hoppers that, you know, come right up into the chest or into your glove.
Wainwright may have missed the sign, the sacrifice, because now he's swinging away. 0-2. Jose Oquendo, the third base coach, came down as if to say, hey, heads up here.
A good situation to run if you're Skip Schumacher here with 0-2 count. He's going to look to try to get into scoring position.
Strike 3. Couple of strikeouts. Cosma and Wainwright. 2 away now in the Cardinal fourth, and to the top of the order, John Jay. You look at the cap of Edinson Volquez, who admired Dontrell Willis, who wore his cap that way and even tilted it to the left, even though Volquez is a right-hander. He kind of angles it a bit to the left instead of bending it as we were all taught to do. You know, you had to bend that cap and have a nice arc. Ball 1 and another stop by Grandal. Remember getting your first really good baseball cap, bending it, standing in front of the mirror, checking it out, making sure you look like the big leaguers.
You know when I got my first real good hat?
When?
Minor leagues. Seriously, in Little League and in high school.
Cabrera makes the play, and Jay is out, and so are the Cardinals. Middle of the fourth, 2-0 St. Louis. the order to hit. Let's go to our AT&T trivia question tonight here at Petco Park. And our question is, how many times has a player hit for the cycle in Cardinals history? We know the Padres have never had a player hit for the cycle in their entire history going back to 1969. How about the Cardinals?
I'll tell you what, I see that hat and I think of one person, Augie Busch. All those pictures back in St. Louis, opening day, he'd be on the Clydesdale would be pulling the Budweiser cart, and Mr. Busch himself would be sitting up top of that with that big St. Louis cowboy hat.
Good call. But Cabrera walked, but was thrown out, a rarity, as Molina nailed him at second base trying to steal, only the second time in 31 tries that Cabrera thrown out stealing. Good 29 out of the 31. He bunts it off home plate. That's a real tough play. Molina bare hands it and throws him out. That's why he's a Gold Glove catcher. Pounces out in front of the plate, doesn't catch the ball with a glove, goes right to the bare hand and fires up the line to get Cabrera.
Like a cat, off with the mask. You could see that Molina, as soon as when that ball started coming down, he positions his body. Watch him move his body to get in a position to where when he catches it, his shoulder's already squared towards first base, and he fires a P-Rod. So even before he gets the ball, that's a big league play.
One out to Will Venable, who struck out his first time. Wainwright, who allowed only 4 hits in that shutout complete game win in May in St. Louis, continues to roll along. No hits allowed so far. That one driven by hooking foul into the right field corner. That's the best hit ball by the Padres in the game.
You know, one of my favorite, speaking of Augie Busch, back in the day, 1987. Game 7, Minnesota Twins, St. Louis Cardinals, Metrodome. Joe McGrain started for the Cardinals. He told me this story because Joe was young at the time. Whitey Herzog went up to Joe and said, "Son, if you win this game."
Ground ball to the shortstop, and Cosman throws high and safe is Venable on the air. Well, maybe it's contagious. Third error made by a shortstop tonight. 2 Cabrera, 1 Cosma.
They make it hurt, huh? It's like a routine play. 2 hopper, just works underneath it a little bit. And most first basemen will tell you, hey, don't throw it over my head. Bounce it if you might, but don't throw it over my head.
The other lesson there, hustle all the way. You never
absolutely.
know. Venable able to work his way safely at first on the air. Here's Chase Headley representing the tying run. Foul.
So Whitey Herzog puts his arm around Joe McGrain and says, if you win game 7, Mr. Busch is going to buy you a BMW. And they lost.
San Diego County Credit Union factoid of the game. Major league leaders, most home runs by switch hitters this season. Beltran with 29, Headley with 27. Off speed 1-1 to Chase. Headley last night took the counter 0 for 4. Walked a couple of times. Had a lot of chances. Every time he came up, it seemed there was someone in scoring position to add to the 102 RBIs as the league leader. Two balls and a strike to Headley. Grounded to first his initial at bat. Rolls this one weakly to the right side. Schumacher can't make the play. Everyone's safe. Schumacher was shaded over towards second in double play position. Even though the ball wasn't hit hard, he had a long range to go, and by the time he got there, couldn't field it cleanly.
That was a good pitch by Wainwright. If he catches that, spins and throws, there's a good chance that they get Headley. They're probably going to give him a single.
They are. First hit allowed by Wainwright, a scratch single by Chase Headley, and that gives the Padres a chance. An error and a single, and here's Yasmani Grandal. Took a third strike his first time. So the tying runs are on here in the fourth. When the Padres, just to show you the difference in time, back in May when the Padres were struggling, won only 17 games totally in April and May. When they were in St. Louis, they lost all 3 games. They were 2 for 22 with runners in scoring position, losing the 3. Last night, they were 6 for 20. Different team. See if it can continue tonight. Here's a chance for Grandal. Ground ball by the third baseman. Here comes no. Venable will not try to score as the shortstop Cosma retrieves the ball in shallow left field. Hoffman threw up the stop sign. That ball hit by Grandal just out of the reach of third baseman Freeze, and it'll be another scratch hit for the Padres.
Hey, now they need the extra base hit. They need the big hit. Some funky spin on that ball off the bat of Venable. Or Grandal rather. Venable holds up at third base, and with 1 out, Padres got a couple of chances to score some runs here.
So bases loaded on a error and 2 infield hits.
Guys, nice job by Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach, being the eyes for Will Venable going around third base. Tough play because you put your head down trying to make that turn at third. Nice job, Glenn Hoffman.
Yonder Alonso walked his first time. Bases loaded. 1 out. Chance for the Padres to recover. They trail 2-0. Throwing air and a couple of singles off Cardinal gloves. Infield hits. This is where they need the blast. Right in the heart of the plate, off speed, however, and had Alonso out in front.
If I recall, last night you mentioned something about somebody laying into one.
Well, in the homestand, I just said. You know, Alonso in the homestand. They get another 4 games after this one. You're thinking you'd like to have it right here?
Yes, sir-ree.
1-1.
You got a call there. Alonso did.
Perfect pitcher's pitch, knee high on the inside corner. Venable at third. Headley the tying run at second. Grandal the go-ahead score at first. Again, ball in the play in the strike zone, but off speed. Not giving Alonso a fastball. Those 3 pitches.
Mark Sweeney, that was a curveball for a strike. Now comes the situation with 2 strikes. You might see that curveball where he trusts Molina.
Well, I know he has the confidence in throwing it in the dirt.
Yep.
Low with a fastball, 91. Alonso wouldn't bite. 2-2 the count. Wasting the fastball. That's a setup pitch, isn't it?
Yep. Always have to be aware of Molina throwing behind the runner at the bases too.
And a full count. And that's another good pitch not getting the call. Boy, Joyce has really squeezed Wainwright in this at bat. Full count. Padre over every pillow. Fans want some runs here, trailing 2-0.
Wow, 3-2 hammer from Wainwright. You talk about confidence in a pitch. He goes with the old number 2. And if taken, that would have been a strike. That was a beautiful pitch.
But risking hanging that one could be more than troublesome. 3-2. No place to hide for Wainwright. Needs a strike or the Padres get a run. Ball 4. Just off the corner. Bases loaded. Walk, and the Padres cut the lead to 2-1. This is a wild inning for San Diego. An error, 2 infield hits, and a bases loaded walk. as Alonso walks for the second time tonight. A tough duel there for Adam Wainwright. He threw a lot of good pitches not to get strikes.
Well, pitching coach Derek Lilliquist out to have a chat with Wainwright. Once again, 1 on, 1 off. The merry-go-round working right here for San Diego.
Venable in to score. Headley moves over to third. Grandal to second. Alonso at first. Give him an RBI, his 49th. And Logan Forsythe grounded into a double play first time. Padres with the bases loaded and a run home without getting the ball out of the infield. Strike one on the inside corner. Fastball. Bases loaded average hitting .500 Forsythe. In the last 13 games batting at a .392 clip. Growing confidence as a hitter, Logan Forsythe. Before our eyes this year.
Yep.
He's not a rookie anymore, is he?
It's been fun to watch. Feels like he belongs.
High strike. Painting the corners, Wainwright.
That looked like a cut fastball. After a lot of fastballs and curveballs, he cuts one away to Forsythe.
Line drive left center field. That's up the alley. How far will it roll? 1 run scores. Here comes another on a double by Forsythe. The Padres take the lead 3-2. Headley and Grandal score as Forsythe delivers.
Well, let's go back to the first pitch. A fastball inside corner. Okay, Forsythe says, that's okay. I'm going to spin on that curveball. There's that cut fastball in the hole, 1 and 2. He stays back nicely on the curveball. It's been the pitch of the evening for Wainwright. That one just didn't have the snap of the prior curveballs. Hung up there a little bit. Forsythe did a great job of holding his hands back and rifling that ball to left center field.
And still only 1 out here in the 4th inning. First well hit ball. Forsythe driving in 2. Has 22 RBIs. Now it's Maben's turn. He struggled his first at bat against Wainwright's off-speed breaking pitches. Striking out. So Alonso at third. Forsythe at second. 3 runs in here in the 4th. Ball 2.
Guys down near the dugout. Big difference from Adam Wainwright in the stretch as opposed to guys in the windup. He looked very comfortable in the windup. Good pacing. Now he looks like he's missing location a lot.
Infield drawn in. They'll try to cut off Alonso at the plate. Ground ball to the right side, giving ground. Schumacher the throw to the plate, and Alonso's out from here to there. Not close, as Maben safe on the fielder's choice. Forsythe moves to third.
Let's see if this is the contact play. As soon as that ball was struck, he was off and running. We talked about that in the instructional. If the ball's on the ground, it doesn't matter. You are going. Molina, 2 hands and glove. Left foot out in front of home plate. No chance for Alonso to score.
Difference being Maben dashing home last night to beat that throw, and Alonso just isn't blessed with the same foot speed. So first and third with 2 outs to Amarista. Takes ball 1. Grounded to second his first time. He becomes the 8th man to bat here in the 4th inning. Chance to add on to the 3-2 lead.
I think Mark Sweeney made a great point last hitter when Wainwright is in the stretch. The breaking balls that he has thrown this inning, the one to Forsythe in that one, was up in the zone.
One and one. Well, 20 games to go, counting this one. just for fun, trying to figure it out. If the Padres, and this is really thinking glass half full, maybe brimming half full.
Hey, Digaman.
What if they went 15-5? They'd be finished 500.
We've seen crazier things happen, right?
They're playing that kind of ball. 1-1 to Amarista. Line drive, right field corner, base hit. That's going to rattle around. 1 run scores. Racing is Maben. He's around third. Here comes a relay. It misses the relay man. Amarista into third, and the Padres lead 5-2. Little Ninja with his 31st and 32nd runs batted in. And a big 5-run inning for the Padres. Forsythe and Maben scoring on the double, or make that a triple.
Once again, it was a curveball from Wainwright. He wanted it down and away. He misses down and in, and everybody's off and running. Get this crowd up out of their seats. And a 5 spot at the bottom of the 4th here for the Padres.
They've hit around, and here's Edinson Volquez enjoying the scenery in this inning. His teammates get him 5 runs, and it all was kicked off by that throwing error by rookie shortstop Kozma that has made this a 4-out inning. Volquez struck out his first time. Amarista at third. Out of play. After the error by Kozma, infield hits by Headley and Grandal to load the bases. Alonso with a bases loaded walk. Forsythe with a 2-run double, and Amarista with a 2-run triple. Outside.
You know, Dick, you talk about that error by Kozma, and understanding too, as a rookie, trying to make an impression, and throughout this long inning, you're going to think about that all the time. That error is always in your head, hard to get past.
Volquez still alive, dangerous while he's swinging. He has 4 hits in 50 at bats this year.
Yeah, Mark, especially when you're filling in for a guy by the name of Rafael Furcal, right?
Exactly. That's a tough task.
Curveball, strike 3 called on the 70th pitch of the night by Wainwright, but the Padres rack up a 5 spot in the 4th inning. Forsythe rings a double for 2, and Amarista follows with a triple for a pair, and the Padres lead at 5-2.
Diego 5-2 San Diego. On top of the 5th, as we remember September 11th, this being the anniversary. It is also Social Media Tuesday. Send us your thoughts and your appreciation for first responders. And also, we're getting questions for the booth. Bobby Cressy, the organist, sending us the question, do you have a request for tomorrow on the organ? That to Dick Enberg and Mark Graham. We know the fine work of Bobby Cressy, so do you have any requests?
Well, it's over the top, but how about a little organ concerto by Sanson? And just a little taste of it.
Just
and
a little?
I bet Bobby could give us a little flavor of that.
Hey,
great symphony.
Bobby does a great job here at the ballpark.
5-2. The Padres lead it as we go to the top of the 5th inning. What an inning for San Diego. Did everything fall in place?
Absolutely.
They get a couple of hits off gloves. They get Alonso, might have been struck out a couple of times. Borderline calls. Earns a bases loaded walk. And then the clean, crisp, extra base hits off the bat of Forsythe and Amarista. Carlos Beltran has lined to right and fly to left. Volquez now with the luxury of a 3-run lead as we enter the 5th inning. Spins one upside. The old crooked number.
Love that. Couple of toothpicks for the Cardinals and the 5 in the bottom of the 4th for the Padres.
Two and two. Beltran, Holiday, and Craig to hit for the Cardinals here in the 5th inning. Dodgers in Arizona. I think that's Ian Kennedy and Clayton Kershaw going at it in Arizona. No score in the 7th. Pulled the first baseman Alonso. Thank you. Leads him right to the bag for the first out. And our AT&T trivia question tonight was how many times has a player hit for the cycle for the Cardinals in their great history? 16 times.
Wow.
Sweet 16. 0 for San Diego. Man, it just happens. Hard to believe that Padres haven't been able to pull the complete trick. And of course the great story there is Tony Gwynn might well have done it, but was taken out of a game when all he needed, what, a single?
A single, right. It was a blowout, and Jim Riggleman didn't realize it. And Tony, being the humble guy he is, he didn't say anything to Riggs.
Holiday fouls the first pitch. He is struck out and walked.
I would say it was like, one of those blowouts, 13-2 in the 7th inning.
Give somebody else a chance to play the outfield.
Tony was a single shy of the cycle.
Yeah, he probably couldn't have hit a single, right?
Yeah.
The pressure would have been too much for him. Amazing. Out of play. Reminder again, folks, don't forget the tribute to the great Jerry Coleman. Saturday, it's a 5:30 game, 4:30 here in Padres Live. Scripps Health presenting that most deserved day for Jerry Coleman, the Colonel. And be sure to be in your seat 30 minutes before the game. There's going to be an elegant pregame ceremony and the unveiling of the statue of Jerry Coleman. Get your tickets at Padres.com. There's still some left. 619-795-5555. Ted Leitner working on his speech, knowing Jerry and working with him for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Really is quite remarkable. 70 years in baseball. 40 of those years we're blessed to have him here in San Diego. Up the middle, tough play, and that's going to trickle into center field for a base hit. Seeing eye single for Matt Holliday. Only the 3rd hit given up by Volquez. He's walked 4 and he struck out 3. Brings up Alan Craig, a single he scored in the 2nd, and he's walked.
Well, since today is September 11th and we were honoring the first responders right on the field from the fire departments and other agencies around San Diego. Hey, the guys in Alpine love you, Mr. Enberg, at the Alpine Fire Department.
I'm going to go out. I can cook some good pancakes,
Brian, Scott, Colby, and Mike are watching, as they always do each and every night at the firehouse. Appreciate all they do. But they love the professor.
As soon as the season's over, can't we work out a time where we could come out there? I've never really had a chance to cruise Alpine, and you got that ancient car of yours. Is that a car or a boat? I mean, it's so big.
It's a yacht.
It's a yacht. Okay, a red convertible yacht.
Yeah, I can pick you up in the convertible caddy. We can go out to Alpine and have lunch at the firehouse with the guys.
Would they cook us lunch, you think?
Probably, yeah.
We could go out and tell some lies.
Yeah.
Got a couple new jokes. Didn't hear the one about the traveling salesman and the farmer's daughter, did you? I could use that one on 2-0 the count on Alan Craig. 1 out. Holiday at first base. That's in there. It's a changeup.
Dick, I don't know about you, but I've never got an invitation. I've heard a lot about Alpine, but I've never got an invitation to go out there.
Well, I'm going to invite you to come with me. How's that?
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll pick everybody up. They can seat about 15.
Yeah, that's right. And that doesn't count all the people you cram in the trunk. That trunk is bigger than most. You can put a Volkswagen in your trunk. Oh, nice. What a curveball. Alan Craig has to bow to that one. 2-2 the count.
Good breaking ball right down the heart of the plate. Fools him.
Big league Uncle Charlie. Two and two the count.
Ooh, he wanted to go in with the fastball. He had him set up nicely. Grandal was set up inside, but just kind of yanked it down and away.
That tortoise, Torty, unofficial team mascot, actually is has Twitter followers.
Wow, 21,000.
It's Torty from Temecula. Huh? Full count. Holiday not a big runner, but he might be going here to break up a double play. He is. Ball 4. Craig is on for the 3rd straight time. 5 walks now by Volquez.
Well, fans, check out the Fox Sports San Diego girls, Natalie, Katie, and Brittany. Update your status. Hey now. Follow them online as they keep you posted on what's happening in San Diego sports. It's easy. Like them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter. Your all-access pass is just a click away.
What is it
how
about?
You doing?
How about the other shoulder? What is it about those girls? It's all in shoulders, right?
Yeah. How you doing? Welcome to the ball yard. There they are, Natalie and Brittany. Welcome.
Always a good time at the ballpark. Hubba hubba. And time at the mound with 2 on here. Tying run at the plate.
Don't want to get crossed up. Cabrera in on that meeting as well, so he can relay to Logan Forsythe if it's a fastball or an off-speed pitch.
This is the frustration of Bud Black and the fans and the Volquez storyline. You look at the hit column, 3. You look at the walk column, 5. 1 run earned, 1 unearned so far. But here's Molina representing the tying run. He's single to left and safe on one of 2 Cabrera errors tonight. Curveball. You can't continue to set the table with those free tickets and not eventually be punished for it. So far, the 2 runs scored by the Cardinals, neither by a man that was walked by Volquez. Weak swing, fooled Molina badly.
Yeah, bad hack on the changeup.
Brad Brock getting ready in a hurry in the bullpen.
See the changeup out of the hand. Nice block by Grandal. It's almost like Molina had in his mind he was going to swing at that regardless.
So Volquez in command, 2 strikes, 2 on. 1 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. The Padres with a tenuous 5-2 lead. Struck him out. Not a good at bat for Molina. Fooled badly on those last 2 changeups.
Yeah, he went after a high changeup there. It's elevated, but he takes a lot off of it at 86. And Molina's still way out in front of it. You can see when that barrel of the bat goes out in front of home plate, the ball is just still out in front of him. Could not stay back on that change. That is a huge strikeout for Volquez.
His 4th of the night brings up David Freeze. He's walked and bounced back to the mound. High with a fastball. "90 pitches now from Volquez. He is labored, but leads 5-2, trying to get out of trouble here in the 5th. He's had only one easy inning. That was the first. We retired the side in order. Every other inning. Trouble. That one slams into the 3rd deck. More and more fans bringing their leather to the game.
Yeah,
It's
you have
wise
to.
wisdom.
Yeah. You know, also protect the people around you. You know, either with your mom or your daughter, or your wife or girlfriend, or both, whatever. You know, you got to protect
both your wife and your girlfriend. Yeah. On the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. Never quite figured how that works.
Struck him out on a high fastball. Volquez, I mean, he just keeps you off balance. He'll walk one, strike one, get in trouble, bail himself out. Oh my.
Race Baseball brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com.
So we've reached the halfway mark. 4.5 innings in the book here at Petco Park tonight. Padres with a 5-2 lead. Cabrera, leadoff man, will start things in the 5th. Off the 5th, ground ball that is scooped up by the 3rd baseman. Good play made by FREESE. That had a lot of backspin on it. And there's one away. Cabrera with a walk and thrown out trying to bunt the last time. 0 for 2. Here's Venable. He struck out, safe on an error. A critical error, a throwing error by the rookie shortstop Pete Kozma. And that opened the gates, and the Padres scored 5 times in the 4th inning before Wainwright could slam the gate shut. Ball 1. Well, the Padres coming into this game, their last 2 games, scoring 19 runs total, 26 hits, 4 home runs. They've been held hitless for the first 3 innings tonight by Wainwright, but once that error gave the Padres a first base runner here in the 4th. Used the error to score 3 unearned runs, 5 runs total on 4 hits. Changeup floats outside. Ground ball right side, gloved nicely by Craig. The flip to Wainwright covering for the out. Adam Wainwright, just to remind you, while he didn't pitch last year because of Tommy John, obviously he's come back. In 2010, he won 20 games. He was second to Roy Halladay in the Cy Young balloting. And the year before, 2009, he won 19 games and was third for the Cy Young behind Lincecum. So this is a high quality pitcher. And at age 30, coming back from Tommy John, has won 13 games. Headley, infield hit and a ground out. That'll sail into the second deck.
Dick, you know what kind of gives me the creeps? Is when Mike Pomerantz walks into our booth and he's got his arms folded. He's like an angry station manager who's waiting for the end of the inning to come and say something because I said something wrong on the air.
He just wants you know, he keeps track of the most important statistic in all of baseball. TOG.
He's
time of game.
He's upset about something. He's got to pass along some type of news.
Yeah, the bankers probably wants him to make their strategy for the big move tomorrow. Strike 3 called. Headley caught looking as Wainwright bounces back, retires the side in order in the 5th. On to the 6th. The Padres lead it by 3. And welcome back to Petco as we go to the 6th inning, and indeed we shall not forget. Padres 5, Cardinals 2, 6th inning. And Volquez with 93 pitches already in the bank, facing Schumacher, Kozma, and Wainwright in the 6th inning. And lays a off-speed pitch in for a strike. Schumacher knocked in a run with a ground out in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. Ball outside as Joe Thatcher joins Brad Bach in the bullpen for the Padres. Yeah, Volquez, you see the reaction, mad at himself.
Yeah, not locating the fastball. First 2 pitches of this at bat of the inning. Change up, curveball, and then he misses with the fastball there. Looks like a fastball in right here.
Still live stuff.
Yeah,
it has such wonderful action every pitch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dick. That Taylor down and away at 94. Even though he wanted it and he missed the location, still Schumacher having a tough time squaring it up.
Two balls, 2 strikes, Schumacher. And then he bounces one, and the count is full. And in jeopardy of walking the leadoff man. He's lost 5 men. He's now at 99 walks for the year, Volquez. And he walks the leadoff man. That's the 6th free ticket tonight. 100 on the season. The most generous pitcher in all of baseball.
Well, you pick the uniform. Now you get to watch the game. Verizon presents 90s Night on Friday, September 14th, coming up this weekend. And watch the Padres. They're going to wear the 1997 pinstripe unis when they play the Rockies. So get to the park early for a 90s themed party, which should be a lot of fun, starting at 5 o'clock. Stay after the game for post-game fireworks. Get your tickets now at Padres.com or get on the horn and dial that number, 619-795-5555.
So all 3 games this weekend with the Rockies, a lot of extra action.
Yes.
You got the fireworks going on Friday night. Cashner, little pyrotechnics on the mound, and then Saturday is Jerry Coleman night, and Sunday, of course, the usual military day saluting the Air Force.
I want to go where the people dance. I want some act shown. And there's going to be some action this weekend here at the ballpark.
Kozma has grounded into a double play and struck out. And the count falls to 2-0, and Volquez pitching in trouble again. Just bedazzled Bud Black.
Boy, especially after a 1-2-3 first inning, right? He was nails in the first inning, Volquez.
Two and one. Two and one, no one out, runner at first. 93 on the fastball, 2-2.
Way behind the fastball. Pitchers or hitters count rather. He challenges him with the fastball and he wins that battle.
Plays Clayton Kershaw going 7 innings tonight at Arizona. Raised his best NL best most innings pitched to 206, just ahead of Clayton Richard. We'll see Richard tomorrow.
That's a great homemade sign right there. Thank you.
The 2-2 delivered. And he goes full on Kozma. Painful.
And the body language says it all, huh?
Meanwhile, Arizona has scored, and they lead the Dodgers 1-0, bottom of the 8th inning, behind Ian Kennedy. Quite a pitcher's duel there in the desert. Well, one might guess this is his last pitch if he walks Kozma. Runner goes. Line drive, base hit to center field. On to third goes Schumacher. And with no one out, runners at first and third for the Cardinals. Well, he had to come in with a strike, and Kozma belts it solidly to center field.
Hey, not a bad idea to put the hit and run on. The runner was going. It's 3-2. You want to throw a strike. He gets a good pitch to whack at. You know, if it's a ball, it's a ball 4. It's first and second. You stay out of the double play.
Well, Kozma just up from the minors, and he's 6 for 14. Wainwright up. The reason But Black has not gone to the mound, of course. The bunt in order here. Let Volquez work to the pitcher, and then with the leadoff man Jay do next. He's got a left-hander and a right-hander ready in the bullpen. Wainwright, however, may not be bunting. He showed bunt and was swinging away the last time. Strike one.
I wanted to correct myself. I didn't mean to say hit and run because it was a full count. To send the runner there was a good idea. To stay out of that double play.
Of course, you risk lining into a double play,
Correct.
but Cosma's ball was well directed into center field. Leadoff walk to Schumacher. Now he stands at third with no one out. Cosma at first. 5-2 Padres. There it is. He took the bunt off, and they have a lot of confidence in the ability of Wainwright to swing the bat, and that one caught Grandal.
Yeah, that foul tip looks like it got him on the right thigh.
You wonder why catchers through their years don't run as well as other players.
Right above the right knee.
A lot of dents in those legs. A big pitch coming up here. Grandal and Volquez try to coordinate a strike to get Wainwright out of there. 0-2. Five strikeouts, 6 walks from the right arm of Edinson Volquez. Bunted foul, strike 3. 6th strikeout for Volquez.
That's big.
And here comes Buddy. So he gets 5 1/3 out of Edinson Volquez, and with the Padres leading 5-2, and the leadoff man, left-handed hitting John Jay due up, he's going to go to the left-hander Joe Thatcher. Thatcher, the Kokomo kid, comes in from the bullpen. We have a break in the action here at Petco in the top of the 6th inning. The Padres with a 5-2 lead as Volquez exits. Day Kshin highlighted the game, and there were 6 Ks thrown by Volquez, including the strikeout of Wainwright. But in the meantime, there were a lot of non-strikes offered by the 29-year-old right-hander as he walked 6, struck out 6, allowed only 4 hits through 5 1/3, 108 pitches. A hard night's work, but he made it tough on himself again.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because, you know, the blister, you know, who knows? Does he take a look at the thumb, and then he said, you know what, kind of having difficulty with that curveball, getting on top of it and snapping it.
It seemed like, though, the fastball that betrayed him most in the strike zone. So Joe Thatcher in to pitch to John Jay, lefty against lefty, 1st and 3rd for the Cardinals, 1 out here in the 6th. Jay represents the tying run and belts that one foul. Switch hitting Carlos Beltran due next. Thatcher might be in just for the one hitter. It depends how Bud Black feels about Beltran hitting left or hitting right. He's got Brad Brock throwing in the bullpen.
Pretty even from the
swing and a miss. 0-2.
Left and right side for Beltran. Right 258, left 264.
But 21 homers hitting left-handed.
Right. Correct.
That's right. That's right. Getting that right correct thing, huh? We're all tough. 0-2 now to Jay. Spins it outside. Thatcher making, it's about 4 or 5 appearances now since coming off the DL. Trying to bail out the difficulty bred by Volquez here in the 6th. Jams him foul.
Well, it's good to have Joe Thatcher back, isn't it?
He is. He's a steady influence. You
Yeah.
talk about he's got the perfect bullpen composure, personality.
He can have a long career in this league, being the left-handed specialist. That funky delivery, the deception.
And the other part of that is Tommy Lane's going to benefit from being
Absolutely.
around him in that bullpen and talking how to pitch to hitters.
No
He's
question.
a left-hander. He's dropped his delivery down, much like Thatcher. 1-2 the count. Runner goes. Little looper into right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. That'll score a run, and on to third goes Kozma. Good hitting by Jay. Fooled on the pitch. He had enough left just to spin the bat out, make contact, and drop a single into right field. It's 5-3. Tying run aboard.
It's all about just making contact, huh? And staying in there against the lefty. As I mentioned, the deception from Thatcher. You got to keep that front side really tucked in there, and Jay does a nice job of just throwing that bat head out there and making contact for the RBI single.
So Thatcher pitching to only the one man. That run is charged to Volquez, and there's the leadoff walk coming around to score. And Brad Brock to come in to pitch to Beltran, with Holiday lurking behind Beltran. .58, now 59 games, comes in with 1 out. Well, at the Pentagon today, we were earlier in the season able to visit the Pentagon, unfurling of Old Glory. And one of the things we learned, that during the terrorist attack when the plane crashed into the Pentagon, it was many hundreds were killed. But that was the one part of the Pentagon they had just reinforced because of the age of the building. They had put in new steel structure, or it could have been much worse. And in bad times, at least for some, that was good news. Saved many more lives. We kind of forget about the Pentagon because so much placed on New York and the World Trade Towers. 5-3 the Padre lead. First and third, tying run at first carried by Jay, and dangerous Carlos Beltran. He's 0 for 3 facing Brad Brock.
Well, Dick, you mentioned it just a bit ago, the switch hitting Beltran with the home runs, 21 from the left side, but Brad Brock, Buddy Black is going with his strength. Righty's only hitting 198 off Brad. Or lefties rather. Lefties hitting, I'll get it right. Lefties are hitting 263. Righties only 198 off Brad Brock.
See, interestingly, number 58 Brad Brock has appeared in 58 games, now 59, and he falls behind 2-0 to Beltran. Pops him up.
Nice.
Middle of the diamond, near home plate. Who's going to call? Tough play for ground ball, but he makes the catch in foul territory. 2 away. Brings up Matt Holliday.
Well, anytime you can get Carlos Beltran to pop it up on the infield with runners in scoring position, that is a great job by Brad Brock. And that's going to help his confidence as well, the youngster. The young righty challenged him with a fastball, is out in front of it a little bit, works underneath it. Big out.
Brock answering reporters' questions about so many appearances as a rookie. Now 59, said no big deal. Last 3 years in the minors, he was in 60 or more games all 3 years. He's used to being called upon. Now here's Holliday. Ball 1. Cosma at third, Jay at first with 2 outs. Grandal has to be alert. Jay might be going. Signal given by Rick Renteria. Do you throw through to second base if Jay does break? Pours in the fastball at 92.
It's been fun to see Brad Brock evolve as a big league pitcher as well. You mentioned Logan Forsythe, right? And the way he is evolving as a big league player, but same thing from the pitching standpoint with Brad Brock this year.
Can't get out of the way. Couldn't check a swing. 1-2. Holliday mad at himself. Another rookie. Look at the lineup tonight. Amarista, a rookie. Forsythe, a rookie. Alonso, a rookie. Grandal, a rookie. Brock out of the bullpen, a rookie. First and third, 2 outs, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Not a bad thought, just to see if that runner Jay might be breaking. Man from Monmouth in New Jersey on the hill. Whoa. Good stab backhanded by Grandal to keep that one from going to the screen.
No, that is not an easy play. You're concentrating on your pitcher to throw a 92, 93 mile an hour fastball at a certain spot, and then you have to reach all the way around like that out of the zone to catch it. You're right, Dick. That is a good play by Grandal.
Misses outside, and the count is full to Holliday. With Alan Craig, the cleanup hitter, next. Craig has been on base all 3 times. Boy, how big a pitch is this? First and third. Jay goes. There's a high deep drive to right field. Maben back, and he's got room to make the catch. Some hearts and some throats when Holliday made contact with that one, but Brock does the job, and the Padres maintain their lead 5-3. In the Padre half of the 6th inning, Padres in front 5-3. Middle of the order, Grandal, Alonso, Forsythe. They were key hitters in that 5-run 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Grandal is struck out. Infield hit off third baseman FREESE's glove in that 5-run go around in the 4th. Alonso walked with the bases loaded, and then Forsythe doubled in 2. 1-1. We'll be saluting our military course on Sunday. Always a special day at Petco.
Reaches out and punches a base hit down the left field line. Over to cover is Holiday, and Grandal settles for a long single.
Well, that was much like John Jay's RBI single in the top half of the inning.
That was very pretty. Working that magic wand and sending it the opposite way for a base knock. Time to add on for these Padres as we get into the second half of this game.
5th hit for San Diego. Grandal the first with a couple of base knocks. And here's Alonso. He's up twice, walked twice. Takes high, ball 1. Walked with the bases loaded to drive in his 49th run of the season in the 5-run 4th inning. They play him toward left. Big hole right center. Outside, 2-0. Second to Headley in most walks is Mike Matheny, the skipper, replacing Tony La Russa. Goes through the signals. Great catcher in his day. Defensive catcher. 3-0.
And no action in the Redbird bullpen, so Mike Matheny, the skipper, having some confidence in Wainwright, trailing by 2. Now the bullpen for the Cardinals ranked 10th in the National League. Their ERA just a little bit over 4 at 4.15.
That's a strike. 3-1.
Now it looks like there's a little beehive working down there in that bullpen as we got some action. Looks like the eye chart getting up.
Mark Sepchinski.
Yeah. Was that him?
I think it might be Rosenthal. 3-2 now on Alonso.
Yeah, Trevor Rosenthal, the right-hander. I just saw a lot of letters on the back.
That's right. Good guess.
You know, time to get the eyes checked.
So full count now to Alonso. Runner goes, ball 4, 3 straight times. Alonso has drawn a walk from Wainwright. He's walked only 4, 3 times. Alonso, so 2 on with no one out here in the 6th inning as Grandal moves to second. And Logan Forsythe grounded into a double play and then a key 2-run double in the 4th. Alonso's walked 54 times now this year. That's moving up into the league leaders, most by any rookie in the National League. Ooh, up and in, and that one almost took the bat to the screen.
That might have been on his own right there. Logan Forsythe kind of getting one down to move those runners over.
Certainly brings the corners in. Freeze at third, Craig at first. Oh, and he swings, just missed that one. Slicing down the right field line. Beltran near the foul line. Fair territory. 1 away.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Dick. He missed a mistake right there by Wainwright, and I think he knows it. Watch this hanger. Oh, a little cut fastball, maybe a slider right down the center of the plate. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
That's why if you make an out 2 out of 3 times, you're a great hitter. Denorfia anticipating that somewhere down the line he might get in this game. As we get deeper in, we might see a left-handed pitcher. Morphia, the leading Padre hitter, with 4 hits last night, raising his average to 303. Here's Maben. Drive to right field, and that's hit well. Beltran on his horse. Can he get there? Makes the catch, going away. Tagging and moving to third, Grandal, and Maben came close to extra bases. Good play made by the veteran Beltran.
Well, at first I didn't think Beltran was going to get to this ball. Got a beat on it at the last second. Extends that glove, that arm. And where does he get it? Right. Oh, that ball almost comes out. Almost pops out of the glove.
So first and third, 2 outs to Amarista, who tripled rather, into the right field corner the last time to knock in 2 runs. That's the difference in the game. Amarista's 5th triple of the season. Innocent fly ball to left center. Jay is there. And the Padres unable to take advantage of the leadoff single and walk. We go to the 7th. 5-3 San Diego.
Mike Pomeranz with you on this September 11th as we honor the lives lost on that fateful day. As we look at baseball today, 5-3. The Padres up here top of the 7th inning. Edinson Volquez, not his best outing for sure, but scuffling and battling the night.
Well, he was battling, and he didn't have fastball command tonight. Spotty with his fastball command, but he had his breaking ball. He used his changeup. He got outs when he needed to. Unfortunately, he couldn't go deep in the ball game.
Had a little bit of that changeup working when he needed it, too. We'll talk about all that in the postgame show, guys. Also, you'll hear from the manager, Buddy Black, and we'll take you all around baseball. Some of these great wild card races really heating up, and Pittsburgh found a way to lose again. We'll have all that, plus our instructional, how to handle the contact play when we see you in the postgame show.
All right, Mike and Mark show. Don't miss it. Cincinnati defeating Pittsburgh tonight 5-3. The Dodgers have just gone down to defeat in Arizona 1-0. Brad Brock stays in to work the 7th inning. Will face Craig, Molina, and FREESE, 3 right-handed batters in the middle of the St. Louis order. So the Los Angeles loss, ripped to left and hooking foul. The LA loss is good news for Cardinals fans because their battle for the wild card spot starting tonight. St. Louis had just a 1-game lead over the Dodgers, but they succumbed tonight 1-0. Two and one. Alan Craig, he's walked twice, singled and scored. Pops him up. Back of second. Forsythe out. Venable in. One out to Yadier Molina. Well, of course, on Sunday, Military Day, we hope you'll be here. The Padres will salute the U.S. Air Force on their Appreciation Day, presented by USAA. Enjoy a pregame ceremony before the Padres take on the young and improved Rockies. A 1:05 start. Following the game, you kids 14 and younger invited down on the field. You can run the bases here at Petco. Get your tickets at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Yadier Molina single, safe on an error, and he struck out. 1-1 the count. So Arizona defeats the Dodgers 1-0. Colorado is batting in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they trail San Francisco. Ground ball to short. Cabrera, who's had an adventurous night, throws him out. 2 gone.
So the Padres have to keep pace with those D-backs who won, right, to stay 2.5 games back of those Arizona Diamondbacks. Trailing them going into tonight's game by 2.5 games. Wow. Boy, good pitches from Brad Brock coming in this game. 2 outs in the 6th, and now 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
David Freeze has walked, tapped to the mound and struck out. Big cut and a miss. Rockies up in the bottom of the 9th, trailing the Giants 9-8. Does that sound like Coors Field? Brock jumps in front, 2 strikes.
That one will probably end 14-13 in 16 innings.
And aren't you glad you're here? Base is empty here in the 7th. And 2 strikes. The count remains on David Freeze. And on this 9-11, we've got a fan on the field. We'll not show him because we don't want to encourage some other wacko to do the same. And the security will try to make the capture. Oh boy. Why? Oh, he's running in. He's still going down into the gas lamp district.
You might want to tell that guy that there's a bail bond store about 3 blocks down on the left-hand side because he's going to need it.
So an unfortunate break in the action. 2 strikes to count on Freeze with the bases empty, 2 outs here in the 7th inning. I will say the fan had some motor on him, huh? He could run. But I guess when you're chased by about 6 of those big guys.
Yeah. They'll eventually catch up to him.
Yeah.
He'll be spending the night in the slammer.
The B-man's waiting for him. Old Bubba. 2 strikes, and it's outside 1-2.
See if Brad Brock tries to go up the ladder. That slider down and away. 2 fastballs to get 2 strikes and maybe have him chase. Maybe a high fastball here.
Ooh, that ball is hit hard deep to center field. Maben cruising back, but that ball is gone into the sandpit. Freeze has hit his 19th of the season, and it's now a 5-4 game. And you can find all kinds of excuses, but the delay couldn't have held Brock and the Padres at all, and Freeze punches that one deep.
Yeah, it was a 1-2 fastball. Just too good of a fastball.
So a 1-run game. Here's Skip Schumacher. He's walked twice and grounded into a fielder's choice. Drove in the first run of the game in the 2nd inning. 1-1. One shortcoming for Brad Brock. That's the 10th home run he's allowed. 58 innings. And the count goes 3-1 to Schumacher.
Brad Brock's got a good tempo when he's out on the mound, and sometimes just have to slow it down a little bit because his delivery can get a little herky-jerky, and that'll upset the release point.
Full count. And he walks him. The tying run is on. Brings up Kozma. Rookie shortstop, 1 for 3, a line single the last time up. He struck out and grounded into a double play. Here comes Balsley out to talk to Brock.
7 walks issued by Padre pitching tonight, 6 by Volquez, and now 1 from Brad Brock.
Fastball command. Yeah, you get Wild in the strike zone.
Sure.
It's just as bad as Volquez Wild out of the strike zone. The attendance announced tonight just shy of 30,000 here at Petco, 29,887. Nice turnout on a Tuesday night.
Well,
you can good game.
Make that 29,886 because that Yahoo is going to.
Okay, got it. No, he's out of it. 29,086. They got him, by the way.
But he paid, so hey, we got his money.
That's right. Strike 1. Kozma got a nice swing.
Yes, he does.
Hitting 8th. 6 hits and 14 at bats in the series.
Get a little pop in that bat.
Schumacher bears watching at first base, carrying the tying run here with 2 outs in the 7th. Hasn't tried to steal much. Tried to steal once and made good on it. Cardinals aren't a running team.
Not like the early 80s, right, when they were rabbits.
Oh, my. That was a relay team.
Willie McGee.
A ball, 2 strikes. Spoils that one. Fouls it late into the lower deck behind the first base dugout.
Tell you what, when you had Vince Coleman and Willie McGee, good luck. If you walk those guys, gave a single, that's a double.
Yep. Couldn't throw
that's
him
a
out.
run.
Could not throw him out. 1-2. Here it comes. Line to left field. Fortunately, right at Amarista. Oh, my. Kozma hit it hard for the final out, but the home run by Freeze cuts the Padre lead to 5-4 as we go to the stretch half of the 7th. And they'll have a
Before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on 9/11, please stand and welcome back Marine Staff Sergeant Tamika Elliott. Please sing along as she presents God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain to the prairie to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
as the Padres come up in the last of the 7th. Their lead down to 5-4. Meanwhile, over in Phoenix, Miguel Montero, the left-handed hitting catcher of the Arizona Diamondbacks, rifles a double against the boards in right. And this is the only run of the entire game as the Diamondbacks beat Los Angeles 1-0. Arizona now 70-72. Dodgers fall to 74-68. And the Giants have just won 9-8. So the Dodgers now are 6 full games behind the Giants in the NL West. Jesus Guzman pinch hits for Brad Brock to lead off the 7th inning as he faces Trevor Rosenthal.
As I mentioned it earlier, the bullpen for the Cardinals ranked 10th in the National League, a 4.15 ERA. Rosenthal fastball, slider, curve, and a change.
Ooh, he hung one there, but Guzman couldn't find it. 2 strikes. So with the Giants win and the Dodgers loss, Dodgers fall 6 back. Jammed. Rosenthal gave up a solo home run in his last outing. That was last Saturday. Came out from Memphis, now in his 10th appearance. 191 batting average against.
Yeah, he's a hard thrower. He can get up there high 90s.
That was 97.
Yeah, he can get up 99 with that fastball. He's got a 2-seamer, 4-seamer. Like any pitcher, is going to straighten out a little bit.
Off speed breaking pitch, and the count's 2-2 on Guzman. I'll give you the line on Adam Wainwright. 6 innings, 5 runs, only 2 of those earned. 5 hits, 4 walks, struck out 6. Oh, fooled on the breaking pitch, and Guzman caught looking. 1 out, and top of the order, Everett Cabrera. Well, this week on Fox NFL Sunday, Tampa takes on the Giants in New York. That'll be tough for Tampa as New York looks to bounce back after their opening day loss. Vikings, Colts, Saints, Panthers, Cardinals go against the Patriots, and the Cowboys battle the Seahawks. Dallas looking to stay unbeaten. And you can also see the Redskins and the Rams. Coverage begins this week with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at 9 a.m. here in the West. Fox Sports and the NFL. Cabrera backs off 2-0. He's walked, thrown out trying to bunt, and grounded to third tonight. Padres have only 5 hits. Hanging on 5-4 here in the last of the 7th. Threw that fastball right by Cabrera.
He's starting to heat up. That was 96.
Ground ball up the middle, base hit, Cabrera. 6th Padre hit to match the total of the Cardinals. Bullpen busy. Shevchinski and former Padre Mujica. Edward Mujica.
Yeah, he was traded at the deadline from Florida. Miami, rather. Marlins to the Redbirds as Cabrera fights off a good fastball down and in.
Will Venable 0 for 3, safe on an error, and scored 1 of the 5 runs back in the 4th inning. That was a key error by the shortstop Cosma that set up a big inning. That was with 1 out. Then infield hits Headley, and Grandal loaded him up before Alonso walked with the bases loaded to make it 2-1. Forsythe doubled into to give the Padres the lead 3-2, and Amarista tripled into for a 5-2 lead. Cardinals have come back with solo runs in the 6th and 7th to make it a 5-4 game. 97 pumped that one in there by the swing of Venable. Padres trying to improve
Their home record now above 500, 36-34. And we'll repeat that dramatic change. They were, before the All-Star break, they were 10 games under 500, 17-27 at home. Since the All-Star break, 19-7. If you take the percentage increase improvement, that's the 6th best in 72 years of the National League. Now that is a big comeback in the second half. Oh, almost got him. In fact, Craig thought Cabrera was out. Everett Cabrera thrown out for only the second time all season by Molina, trying to steal back in the first.
Diving towards the outfield part of first base. How close was it? Ooh, just got his hand on the tag from Craig on the elbow, the right elbow of Cabrera.
Padres looking for a most important insurance run with that 5-4 lead. Inside, there's that Molina snap throw, and Cabrera alert for it, helped out by Dave Roberts there coaching at first. Boy, there's so many things about this game. You know, the pace may get slow, but don't be lulled.
Yeah.
You've got to be alert on every pitch. That includes the coaches. 2 balls and a strike to Venable. Runner goes inside. Molina's throw won't be in time this time. They try to bluff the throw going into center field, including the second baseman Schumacher, who ran out into right center field as if the ball was out there, but Cabrera didn't buy, and he has his 30th steal of the season.
Pretty good jump, and running against one of the best. We mentioned that before. Molina just works underneath it and works to the advantage of Cabrera. Not even close.
You see, he's looking into center field to see where the ball is. The count was a strike, or the pitch was a strike, so the count goes 2-2 to Venable. So Venable and Headley a chance to add to this 5-4 lead. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second time that Venable's gone down tonight. 2 strikeouts for Rosenthal. Now it falls to Headley. Some guy's only 22 years of age.
Well, turned a pro, homegrown Cardinal in 2009.
Grew up a Cardinal fan, Lee's Summit, Missouri high school. Headley 1 for 3 tonight, scored a run. His 103rd RBI of the season, sitting out there at second base in the form of Everett Cabrera.
I think it's unbelievable, you know, with the stuff that Rosenthal has. 21st round selection.
What?
Yeah. 639th pick overall, June 2009. Some guys just, you know, mature a little later. You know, scouts might see something in the arm action. They might see something in their build. They might see something, you know, the way they handle themselves. They say, you know what, hey, 27th round, hey, let's take this kid.
You know, in the process of evaluating talent, you know, management and the scouting department and the heads of scouts finish that thought after this pitch. 2-1. One of the things they do is they evaluate the evaluators, and whoever found Rosenthal and this kid with that kind of stuff making it to the big leagues at 22, sure. You go to that scout and say, hey, might have a little Christmas check for you, young man. You're doing a good job for us, and reward those that find that talent. And that's been a game throughout the history of baseball, going through the bushes. Off speed, and Headley out in front. Curveball. Looks as if he does have a good breaking pitch. Headley sitting on 102 RBIs, leading the National League. His hit off second baseman Schumacher's glove, part of the 5-run 4th inning. No, he didn't get time out. He backed out of the batter's box, and James Joyce, the plate umpire, didn't give him time. He doesn't have to. He backed out at the last minute, and Joyce says, hey, you got to call time earlier than that. And Headley is called out on strikes as young Trevor Rosenthal strikes out the side.
by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Burger King. Come play family food where every game piece has a prize. Top of the 8th inning. Padres hanging on to a 5-4 lead against the St. Louis Cardinals. And Tommy Lane comes in, work the 8th inning with the pitcher spot due. Shane Robinson, a right-handed hitter, out of the dugout. There's Lane's numbers as he goes to work for the 18th game. He's got a win and he's got a save as a major leaguer, and been tough. 158 batting average against.
And getting thrown into crunch time late 8th inning. His Padres lead by a run. As you mentioned, Dick, it's the bottom of the order, and then 1-2 for the Cardinals. And a happy birthday, a happy 10th birthday to that young man, bringing the homemade sign to the ballpark.
Ambidextrous, eating with one hand and showing the sign with the other. Shane Robinson, 153 at bats this year, hitting .255, occasional power. Edinson Volquez sitting on his 10th win of the season, should the Padres get the final 6 outs against the defending World Series champions, the Redbirds from St. Louis. Robinson, Jay Beltran to bat in the 8th. Right. Fastball at 89. So Rosenthal very impressive, working the last of the 7th inning, striking out the side. We have time. We'll go back to Headley's at bat and his calling time, and it's that delicate time. You got to give the pitcher a fair shot too. If he's about to deliver the ball, you just can't back out and expect to get time. Often you get it, but Joyce did not. Curveball bends around the corner. That was close. You see the Giants winning by 1, Arizona by 1-0. Way upstairs. 91. That's about top of the line for Lane. Another feel-good story about this 2012 season. Another rookie playing a prominent role. Off the fist, a little soft fly ball. Lane has to go back and he drops the ball. Oh my. Well, you're not used to having to catch those. Such a jammer on Robinson. He didn't hit it high enough. So staggering down the back slope of the mound, Lane lost. His eyes had to be jiggling.
Oh wow, I don't even think he drew leather on that one. May a little bit. Wow.
That's not even a Texas leaguer.
Oh, that hurts.
That's a Pioneer leaguer. Error charged to Lane, the 3rd Padre error of the night, puts the tying run on. That's a gift. And now John Jay, an RBI single the last time, bunts foul. He slid to center, safe on 1 of 2 Cabrera errors, and scored a run in the 3rd, an unearned run. Grounded to short. Just reached out and punched a soft single to right field to knock in a run to make it 5-3 in the 6th inning. That came off Joe Thatcher, the only man that the Padre lefty faced. So a gift base runner, the tying run on here in the 8th. Bunted foul by Jay. 0-2 the count. So Mike Matheny playing for the tying run here in the 8th. With the big Bombers behind, Beltran, Holiday, and Craig to hit.
Bobby Cressy playing the old chicken dance. People in the crowd trying to get into it. Not a good job by that doll or whatever it is.
Good luck monkey, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have a rhythm.
So Jay now with 2 strikes on him, unlikely to bunt.
Take strike 3. That's that big breaking pitch from Tommy Lane. 1 away.
Well, big sweeping breaking ball, lefty on lefty. Tommy Lane, and yeah, you know what? That's right at the knees. Hey, catch a night under the lights as Fox Sports San Diego brings you high school football. Coming up, San Diego's own is on center stage when Cathedral Catholic takes on Vista Murrieta Friday, September 21st in the National High School Football Game of the Week. High school football is right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
You know, that Bergen rival is Enberg. You know, it's the river the Yen goes over the front part.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think that's the area where Phil Sims' kids went to school.
Really?
They might have gone to Bergen Catholic. Well, we thought Chris Denorfia would see action tonight. There he goes out into right field. And apparently he's going to replace Venable. Venable comes out as Bud Black makes the double switch. Lane, disappointed with himself, should have 2 outs, no one on. Couldn't catch that little jammer fly ball back of the mound. They don't practice that a lot, not even in spring training. So 1 out, 1 on. 8th inning, 5-4. A run on that ground out, 1-0 in the 2nd inning. An unearned run in the 3rd. Cabrera booting the ball with the bases loaded made it 2-0. Forsythe, part of a 5-run 4th inning, a 2-run double to make it 3-2 San Diego, and then Amarista followed with a triple into the right field corner to give the Padres a 5-2 lead. But the Redbirds come back. Base hit by John Jay made it 5-3 in the 6th, and then David Freeze, a long home run to right center field into the sand pit, made it 5-4. That's where we stand. 1 out, 8th inning. Shane Robinson at first base when Tommy Lane could not capture his soft fly ball on a jammer.
You know, over the course of 162 games, Dick, not telling you anything new, but you're not going to have the most cleanly played games all the time. This is one of those games that you just hope that the Padres hold on or score, a couple more runs to try to ease it as we go into the bottom half of the 8th. But some work to do here in the top half.
Beltran, the switch hitting power hitter with 29 home runs. He's 0 for 4 tonight as Luke Gregerson coming in the 8th inning. Guess is that Dale Thayer then would be the setup for the closing job tonight as Bud Black alternates the 2 men in that role.
Or maybe if you get a quick double play here, you never know. Gregerson, if he throws 3-4 pitches, he may very well go out there for the 9th. Who knows?
So Beltran 1 for 2 against Luke Gregerson in the series. Beltran 1 for 9, 0 for 4 tonight. Matt Holliday next. Two and 1. Each team with 6 hits. Padres lead 5-4, benefiting by an error in the 4th inning. 3 of the 5 runs unearned. 3-1, hasn't thrown a strike yet to Beltran.
It's always fun pulling on Dad's eyebrows.
What's under there? All been there, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
3-1. Uh-oh. Another walk from Padre pitching. That's the 8th of the night. That puts the go-ahead score on. An error and a walk with one away, and Matt Holliday the batter. A single, a walk, 1 for 3. Holliday wrapped into a crucial double play in the game last night when it was 5-3 Padres, and the Redbirds were a swing away from taking the lead. 26 homers. He leads the team with 94 runs batted in. And Gregerson in a jam has to get out the big RBI man for St. Louis, Holliday. Nubbed out in front of the plate. Grandal gets the out, and Gregerson hustles back to cover the plate just in case. 2 away, but that moves the tying and go-ahead score into scoring position as Robinson winds up at third. Beltran at second.
Well, this little squibber, good slider. Now you see Grandal taking charge. Gregerson's watching the play, and then all of a sudden, Yonder Alonso's saying, hey, we got to cover home plate just in case. And Luke went to go back up at home plate.
Craig singled in a run, walked twice, flied to right. A lot of friends and family here from Temecula to cheer this young guy on. He's got 76 runs batted in.
That's a good year for Craig, isn't it?
Terrific. 20 homers, hitting over 300. Slider on the outside corner. Smothered again. How about that? Gregerson throws a couple of worm killers and gets Holliday and Craig and bails the Padres out of the 8th to the home half of the 8th inning. San Diego still leading 5-4. Bottom of the 8th inning, and how about those 2 outs from Luke Gregerson with those sliders? Holiday and Craig just pounding the ball into the dirt around home plate for easy 1-3 putouts to get out of trouble. 2 men on in the 8th. Now bottom of the 8th, it'll be Grandal, Alonso, and Forsythe against former Padre Edward Mujica on the mound. Traded to Miami and by the Padres, and Miami over to St. Louis at the trade deadline this year. He's always had good stuff, but occasionally will throw a long one.
Yeah, he's got the fastball. We know that slider of his, and also the split change, if you want to call it that.
Ahead of Grandal, 2 strikes, and on 3 pitches, Grandal sits down. Yonder Alonso, the hitter. Grandal, the only Padre with more than 1 hit, 2 singles and 4 at bats. The other 2 times he struck out. Alonso, an unusual line tonight. No official at bat, up 3 times, walked all 3. Once with the bases loaded.
Professor, this is the inning where you need to try to take out a policy for some insurance, right?
I like that idea.
Got to add on.
Insurance is a good thing. Memory serves, didn't Alonso hit a long home run against Mujica in Miami?
They have. We'll have to check on that.
Alonso sees a strike. It's 1-1. So against the relief pitching of the Cardinals, the last 4 Padre outs, strikeouts. Trevor Rosenthal struck out the side in the last inning. Line drive, left center field. That's up the alley. Mr. Double. Yonder Alonso is now the all-time rookie in Padre history in doubles. 34 for Alonso. Step aside, Benito Santiago. Alonso now the all-time rookie double maker.
Well, it was only a matter of time. It was inevitable that he was going to take over in that spot. And isn't that Yonder Alonso-like, splitting the left center field gap for the double? He is a doubles machine. Congratulations, Yonder.
And indeed, Alonso did tie a game with a long home run against Mujica in Miami.
Yes, he did. Yo, bartender, make mine a double.
Well, you just call it Yonder. You don't even have to say bartender. Just say Yonder.
There you go. I like it.
And he's got it right there. 2 sodies. Sarsaparillas. Logan Forsythe. He's had his mark on the game with a double to knock in 2 in the 4th. There's that possible insurance run out at second base. Forsythe and Maven with a chance to extend the lead. Ground ball toward the hole and cut off by FREESE, who throws him out. Alonso moving to third base on the play. So 90 feet away, but 2 outs now, and it's up to Maven. Maven's 0 for 3 and drilled one to deep right field that Beltran chased down on the run the last time up. Look how deep FREESE is playing at third. Maven might think seriously about dropping down a bunt here and driving in the run with something short.
You know, everybody's playing back, even at first base. Alan Craig, he's starting to creep now more towards the first base bag. Now he's retreating back.
Ground ball into the field for a base hit. Maven delivers. Insurance run. Alonso comes in. It's 6-4. Maven's 43rd run batted in of the season. As the double by Alonso pays off as Maven drives him home. Big run.
Absolutely aggressive on that first pitch. It looked like a hanging slider. Mujica didn't get it down and away, and that is a huge run. Huge.
Brings up Alexi Amarista. A key triple in that 5-run 4th inning to knock in 2. Takes ball 1. So the Padres have collected just 8 hits in the game, but everyone in the lineup of the regulars except Venable with a base hit. Chris Denorfia is in the on deck circle. If the inning is extended, he'll hit next. So last night, remember the Padres' first 6 runs they scored were with 2 out, coming through with 2 outs. 3 more with 2 outs tonight. Luke Gregerson, will he be on the mound in the 9th? Or will it be Dale Thayer? Doesn't appear anyone's throwing in the bullpen. They might ask Cool Hand Luke to get 5 outs tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, good cut by Amarista. 92 on the fastball from Mujica. Better check that glove. Maybe illegal. They make him that big?
Oh, that is a big guante. Guante grande.
Oh, good play by Mujica. That was headed for center field. Padres gone in the 8th, but the combination of Alonso a double and Maben a sharp single, and the Padres have a 2-run advantage going to the 9th. Feature our Carl's Jr. star of the game, Logan Forsythe, with the score 2-1, delivers a 2-run double. Give the Padres a 3-2 lead. Amarista with a 2-run triple made it a 5-2 lead in that 4th inning. As the rookie second baseman continues to come through in money situations. Luke Gregerson back to the mound. Top of the 9th, Molina, FREESE, Schumacher scheduled for the Cardinals, and now Luke with some breathing room with a 2-run lead. Molina single, safe on an error, struck out and grounded out, 1 for 4.
The last half inning for Luke Gregerson, only 8 pitches, so not that affected. Shouldn't be any problem for Luke here in the 9th.
Certainly had that slider working. Looked almost like a curveball. 88, perhaps a running fastball.
Yeah, that may have been the fastball. Everything he throws moves.
Oh, what a slider on the outside edge. Pinpointing that outside corner. Pops him up. Shallow and right. Denorfia waiting for it to come down. One out to David FREESE, who homered his last time up. Took Brad Brock deep to right center for number 19. Walk on the home run, grounded to the mound, and struck out tonight. Did David Freese. Over but low. Schumacher on deck. Two and 0. Gregerson acquired by the Padres from these Cardinals. Remember the old Green trade.
Yep, he was a closer in the minor leagues. Luke Gregerson was.
Padres scouting department knew about him.
Yep.
James Joyce still in full throttle.
Back in 2007 in Palm Beach, Luke Gregerson saved 29 games.
Outside, 3-1. Don't want to put that anyone on. Bring that tying run to the plate. 3 balls and a strike to count. Right in the heart of the plate, that slider.
So many times earlier in the year when the Padres left all those runners on base and couldn't win a game, seems to be the situation for these Cardinals tonight. They've left 12 on tonight.
Ground ball to short. Cabrera 2 away.
Holding your breath. Well, you can have a sigh of relief now because Luke Gregerson got Freeze to ground out. I'll start with a slider. There's a fastball. So trying to mix it up. Even straightening up the slider right down the middle of the plate. The 3-1 pitch. Well, that was the one he really wanted. And then it looks like he took a little bit off that last slider. You see Freeze reaching for that breaking ball, taking all the sting out of the bat for the routine grounder to short.
St. Louis down to its final out. Here's Skip Schumacher. He's walked 3 straight times and not going to run with a ground out back in the second inning. Takes a strike. Pete Kozma, the rookie shortstop, on deck. Ball and a strike. Gregerson came into the game in the 8th inning with a runner on and then walked Beltran. So 2 were on with 1 out. Got Holiday and Craig to ground out to the mound. And now as Molina flied out and Freeze is grounded out, the count 2-1 on Schumacher. Trying to walk for the 4th straight time. He's that good slider in a terrific spot right at the bottom of the strike zone, and the Cardinals are down to their final strike. Padres trying to continue their stunning record at home since the All-Star break, trying to win their 8th series of the last 9.
Tried to overthrow that one a little bit. It looked like, hey, it happens to the best of them.
Well, the count goes full to Schumacher. Matt Carpenter is on deck. If Schumacher gets on, they're going to pinch hit for Kozma. 3-2 the count. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Schumacher keeps the Cardinals' hopes up. A 2-out single here in the 9th. And Mike Matheny will go to his bench in a pinch hitter.
Well, he battled. Looked like Luke Gregerson worked the fastball. Challenged him. Luke trying to lay out. But it finds the hole at the center of the diamond.
Matt Carpenter steps up, left-handed hitter. The runner at first can't hurt you, and Dave Roberts in the dugout of the Padres reminding the defense of that fact. But this man can tie it. Hitting .303, Carpenter with 4 home runs. Another 300 hitter for the Cardinals. Strike one. How big now is that insurance run at the bottom of the 8th inning? Runner goes. Strike 2. Defensive indifference. Alonso was playing well behind him.
It's the backdoor slider. My goodness, you can't place that pitch any more perfectly. He's got that dialed in.
He's dotting the edges. Again, St. Louis down to its final strike. Look at those 2 pitches right on the edge. Outside. Line foul into the right field corner. Out in front of that slider. Aren't you glad we didn't leave early? What does Gregerson have in mind? What's he going to serve up here?
You know what? If he's going to throw that slider in again to Carpenter, that he fouled out, he better make sure it's down near that back foot.
Carpenter going back to the lumberyard to get a new bat.
Remember, he can locate that backdoor slider as well, where the hitter gives up on it. But if he's going to throw it in, he better, bounce it in. Hit that back left foot of the left-handed hitter.
And he can waste one here.
Sure.
.27 pitches now for Gregerson, coming up with 27.
Strike 3 called. Gregerson strikes out the pinch hitter Carpenter, and the Padres win a tough one, 6-4 over the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. And Gregerson, an outstanding job again out of the pen, as the Padres allow the Cardinals for the second straight night to score the first 2 runs of the game, but come back to win it 11-3 last night. And they hang on 6-4 tonight. That's 4-1 on this homestand, Mike.
Love the dealing they're giving the Cardinals. They take this series and